You're listening to The Snipers Club. I'm your host, The Sniper, and we've got 2 games to look forward to for Friday. Guys, this pod's become quite long, so we're going to narrow it down and we're going to focus on what's become an absolutely huge game between Souths and the Dogs, and that's the traditional Good Friday clash that we're going to see. So that game takes us to Accor Stadium for arguably the most intriguing match of the round, between a Rabbitohs outfit which is in complete freefall and a Doggies outfit that's allegedly on the up. The weather forecast has improved and it looks like it'll be dry for this game. Gerard Sutton's the ref with Adam G in the bunker. So let's kick off with some quick stats for this one. This is a home game for both teams, so don't think that this is officially a Rabbitohs home advantage. These teams met twice last year, with the Dogs winning 36-32 in round 19 and Souths winning 50-16 in round 6. The last 5 matches have seen over 50 points scored. The Bulldogs have only beaten Souths back-to-back once since 2013. Both sides have only won 4 of their last 16 matches. That's a really damning stat. The Rabbitohs are currently conceding an average rate of 26 points or more, and they've done that in 13 of their last 16 games. But the average has gone up slightly last weekend following the defeat to the Roosters. So we're looking at probably 29 to 30 points a game now. This is the first time Souths have been bottom of the table since 2010. This is Jacob Host's 100th NRL game. The Rabbitohs wins last year, and the last 4 wins they've had have been against the Tigers, the Titans, the Dragons and the Warriors. And that win against the Warriors was in the rain with a particularly dubious call against Aden Fanua-Blake by, I think it was Ashley Klein that day. So that doesn't really count as a particularly good performance because the match was swayed by conditions and other factors. Souths have won the last 5 Good Friday clashes against the Dogs. Latrell Mitchell, who's looking particularly out of form, has scored 12 tries in 12 games against the Dogs, with 5 in his last 5. Looking at last year's try map, Souths conceded most tries to left wingers with 15. The opposing left wing is Connor Tracy here, but the Fox may come in late. And the Roosters also concede most tries to left wingers with 14. The opposing left winger is Alex Johnston. So how do we unravel this one? Souths have been beyond dire, and at the moment everyone finally knows it. We've been banging on about it for weeks and potentially months as well. They've been particularly poor through the middle. They haven't been able to gain any field position, and their body language has been totally off. Latrell looks like a sulky, spoilt brat. Souths are completing at a paltry rate of 69%. And Cody looks like he's never seen a rugby ball before. Ilias has been dropped. Hawkins, who's not a first grader, has come in, and things haven't got much better. They were totally dismantled by the Roosters last week, with Manu, Teddy, and particularly Dom Young just waltzing through them at will. And it looks really, really bad on screen, and they could have probably scored even more points. Souths made 15 errors in that game and conceded 7 line breaks, making crucial errors in attack as well. And their plays just broke down time after time, with people just not being able to find any sort of pass, or with a particular pass being called forward. So that highlights a lack of concentration amongst them as well. Meanwhile, the Doggies come into this one following their best recent performance in years, absolutely drubbing a dreadful Titans outfit by 32 points to 0, led by a buccaneering Viliami Kikau, who is in seek and destroy mode, and Jacob Carraz, who had probably the best game in the centres that he's ever had. And possession was key for the Dogs. They had 56% possession. They made 8 line breaks as well, and that shows that confidence in their attack is starting to build as well. So we've got 2 contrasting results and 2 contrasting outlooks for these teams, but there's a big but coming. By the way, before we move on to our verdict, both teams look like they're going to be unchanged. Fox may come in late on the left hand wing there. So the big but is history, and especially recent history, favours the Rabbitohs absolutely massively. And they'll come into this one with a point to prove, and they'll come out to silence the critics. Even if it doesn't last all season long, we strongly believe that Souths win this game. And we very, very rarely say that on our pods. The humiliation suffered last week reinforces our view, and many players who ripped teams apart at the start of last season are still in this team. One great Bulldogs performance against a absolutely rabid Titans outfit doesn't make a summer. So we've got two main bets for this game, guys, and they're both bets that have landed in 2 of the last 3 years. So both teams need to focus on completing sets early and focus on their defence. So it may start slower than usual. I have a feeling we're not going to see the points fest that many people are predicting. So be careful if you're building multis. The ones we like are the Dogs to score first but fail to win the match. That's priced up at $4.33. We take that for 1.5 points, and that's best price at Paddy Power in the UK. And we also take the Rabbitohs to win the second half handicap, minus 2.5 points. We take that for 4.4 points. That's an absolutely ridiculous price. We think they both are really, really, really ridiculous prices. And if you look at places like 365, the odds aren't as good as they are here. So if you're in Australia or in the States, look at Sportsbet and look at FanDuel. Both of these bets have landed in 2 of the last 3 Good Friday fixtures. I think last year Averillo scored first for the Doggies, and then Souths came back. The previous year it would have been someone like Reid Marnie. I can't remember from memory who that player was that scored for the Dogs. We also like Cam Murray as an anytime scorer. We put that up in our Yankee earlier in the week on Team List Tuesday. So if anyone does like that and would like to back the South's true spiritual leader, then we think he's a really good play to try and find the line over the course of tomorrow. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. You've been listening to the Snipers Club. Please like, share, and help our channel grow.